Hi everyone and welcome. My name's Lucianne and I am the Front Porch Knitter. Welcome back to everyone who's been here before, and if this is your first time stopping by for all the craziness, welcome. I'm so glad you're here with me. I will tell you up front, I didn't make any notes today, and I'm just hoping that surrounding myself with everything, I won't miss it. If I do, well, we'll talk about it another day. And I did that because I realized I am putting off sharing with you because I don't have time to write everything down and prep. It's the prep that I do have time. Like, don't kid yourself. I have time to do it. I just haven't gotten around to it. And so I decided that because I want to get this episode out, because I've, been to a couple places and done a couple things before I go to Knit City, Montreal in a couple of weeks, I wanted to get this out to you now. So the next episode isn't insane. And if you watch me, if you're a regular viewer, you know that I am not a hyper organized person anyway, and that's okay. Welcome. I hope you all have some knitting to work on and a beverage to sip on, or whatever craft you're doing. And yeah, welcome for the ride. I am not really wearing any new knitwear. This is, I don't even know if there was a pattern, but this, and I don't know if you can see, it was very sparkly. This is just a little 2-wrap cowl. You can do 3, but it'd be too warm this time of year. It's probably acrylic. There probably is no natural fiber in it. I've had it for a long time, but it is just very springy and the perfect way to dress up this navy blue t-shirt and add a little knitwear to my day. It is, I'm pretty sure it's yarn over, knit two together, both directions, but I'm not positive on that. That's what it looks like. Just yeah, really basic. I've had it for years. Probably bought the yarn at Mary Maxim. That's a guess, but it looks like a Mary Maxim kind of yarn. And I remember at the time, we were going on our Mediterranean cruise, and I wanted something for, I didn't want to bring a heavy sweater or a wool coat, or a wool sweater, or a wool shawl. But I thought this was perfect to throw in. It looked great on my tote bag, just tied to my tote bag when I wasn't wearing it. And it added a little color. And it changed outfits. Like, that's the amazing thing about something like this. You can wear a white shirt and black pants and put this on with it, and all of a sudden it's a completely different outfit. Yeah, so it's fun. I think we all should have pieces like this that we can just wear whenever. I will try and find out more information and put it in the show notes for you, but I don't think there's I don't think I used a pattern. I think I just did it. I probably looked at something and then made it up. But it's just a, mesh. Yeah, so that's kind of fun. Quite a bit has gone on. So since we last chatted, I went to Fiddlehead Fiber Festival. There'll be some footage at the end, and I may do a voiceover for it. A little tour of the venue. I did teach a class there on cast-ons, different types of cast-ons and why you might use them, those kinds of things. And we had such a great time knitting together. And I do have some pictures of it, but not nearly as many as I would like, because you know what? It was really about being there and sitting and chatting and all the things. And yeah, it was just a really, really great weekend. And I am thankful, and I know I am blessed to be able to attend so many of these things. But if you ever get a chance to go to something like a small local festival or anything like that, be sure that you make the effort to do so. And we also had local yarn shop day, and my local yarn shop is the Little Red Mitten, and they hosted a flock together weekend, which is kind of like you've seen me post in the past, the wool gathering we do in Sussex. Flock together is similar. It's held at a hotel near this shop in St. Thomas, Ontario. And I don't know, there were probably 50 of us there knitting and chatting, and it was Friday afternoon, Saturday, and Sunday morning. There were classes if you wanted to take them. We all went over to the Mitten for local yarn shop day, and there's some footage and stills of that I'll put at the end as well, so you can see what that's like. Another great event, and we had so much fun. And it's really fun to hang out with people who maybe you have run into somewhere in the community, but you haven't had a chance to really sit and talk to them. So when you have something like a Flock Together event, you have time because you can sit there and have a coffee, or you can grab lunch or whatever. And yeah, it's good. It's good to do those community kind of events. I know some people are not, I don't want to say they're not community oriented, because they are community oriented, but they don't. I thrive on the people, which is why I sit here and talk to you guys, even though I can't see you. I just need to talk about knitting, and it's fun. Yeah, it is fun. So on that note, what have I finished since we spoke last? There's a few things, and there's, I brought my sock blockers over, you'll be happy to know. However, I brought them all, and I don't really need them all because I only have one pair of socks finished. These are going to go in my Christmas bin, but they are for my son for Christmas. They're just, it's Paton's Kroy, 3x1 ribbing on the leg, 1x1 on the cuff, and it's all Paton's Kroy, and I think it literally is red, natural, and gray marl. So nothing too crazy. And these were fun to knit. He has huge feet though. I just want to say vanilla socks are awful to do for him. 3x1 ribbing made it a little bit better. And the Paton's Kroy makes it even better, because Paton's Kroy is a little heavier, so it's not DK. But I would say it's probably a sport, more sport than fingering or heavy fingering. But these feet just seem to go on forever and ever and ever when you're knitting them. But they're done. And they'll go in the bin for winter for him. And that's also kind of nice, because that's one of the things on my, off my list, which is great. Just put them right back there. And I don't even know if I started this Musselburgh last time we talked. This is a Musselburgh hat. It is in Dye Pretty, and the colorway is Fireball. Dye Pretty is my friend Marissa Pretty Little Yarns, and Fireball is the colorway her son did with her. So it's fun and bright, and I love a good Musselburgh. And this one has, I love orange. Like, I love orange, but it's not color I really wear very well. It has to be the right orange. But this with the red and the yellow makes it not a bad color for me. But I think it's going to go in the gift box, because I kept the last one I made. I can't keep them all. I only have one head. And winter's only 10 months long in Canada. How many hats does one woman need? It's not really 10 months long. Sometimes it feels like that. But yeah, this is probably, I think I did the adult medium. But I just love the way those colors come together. And you can see as you decrease how the repeat changes. I just love these colors. So yeah. I probably, like, this is a colorway I could see myself buying again. It's one she usually has in her booth, so And I really like, because she has a sample of, she has a hat sample in this colorway in her booth all the time. So I think that makes it more popular because people can see it. But I think a muscle burrow is one of those things you, like vanilla socks, you can just always have on your needles. So I finished that. And most excitedly, I finished my triangle granny wrap with my, I'm not going to be able to give you a really good shot of it. Maybe I'll try and get a picture of it on the clothesline so you can really see it. This is my Leo and Roxy flock together, no, awkwardest flock advent from this year. And I did the colors in order, all except the last three. The parchment should have been next to the spruce, but I wanted that outside edge to be the parchment, so I switched the last two colors. And then one mini was almost enough to go all the way around the outside, which is what I did. And this is a free pattern on Anabu House's blog. I'll link it below. Except for this little bit, and I don't know what this color was called, I can't remember, but it was from a little bit further back. It was this color. I just used it for the last 10 or 12 inches. It's not the same, but you know what? That's what makes it a little bit awkward. But this is a great wrap. I can see this being my front porch wrap in the morning because it has lots of volume, but it's not too heavy. But it's also going to be great on the couch in the winter. Look at all those great colors. Like, and your favorites, right? Like Password and Pink Flamenco, Creamsicle. I think one of these is Tranquil. I think this is Tranquil. I can't remember what they're all called. That's just me out of my head. And this was perfect for an advent like this that, you know, it would be great with a fade or any advent, but I love it for this. It gives it sort of a scrappy feel. And I have a little bit left of some of them. Like it didn't, when I didn't have enough to do a whole row, I changed colors. Yeah, so I will try and take a picture of this so you can see the whole thing. But it is lovely. I'm very happy with it. I didn't block any of those things, in case you're wondering. I almost never block socks. And I usually almost always block muscle burrows, but I didn't block that one yet. So those are the things I finished. Now, what have I been working on? Well, I did make a little fox for someone for Easter. And I also finished a love note, which I don't think was finished the last time we talked, or I had just finished it for my goddaughter for Easter. And my husband, the godfather of the little boy, and I'm the godmother of the little girl. I made her a love note, and I made him a little fox with, I'll link the pattern below, but it's the same as Little Cotton Rabbits, the fox, whatever. And he has a little pullover and shorts, very cute. And I did what else did I finish? I feel like there's something else that I was working on that I finished. Can't remember. They were things I gave away. Anything else that was finished, so they're gone. And I'm terrible at remembering to take pictures sometimes before they go, so there might not even be pictures. But we'll check. If there is, I'll pop them in here. That's how we roll. Yeah. So I've been working on mostly, I have been working on this beauty. And it is, I was hoping to have the ribbing done, but I just have a little bit more to go. It's my Laya for Knit City Montreal. If you follow some of my other knitting friends on Instagram or on YouTube, you will know that there is a group of us knitting this Laya. It's by Isabel Kramer. It's just a pretty simple round yoke tee with some lace work. The lace panel is pretty easy to do. Has some short rows in the back. I still have the sleeves to do. I am using Yarn Indulgence's Silk and Linen, and this colorway is called, let me see if I have a ball band in here. I do. It is called River Crossing. So it's 490 yards, 448 meters, 65% silk, 35% linen. From Yarn Indulgence. My friend Deborah. I'm doing helical knitting, or I did for the body. The top, the yoke was just done with one skein, and the ribbing is just being done with one skein because it won't be as obvious there. And the sleeves are pretty short, so I'm just going to do the ribbing on those. I have this much of the second skein, but the skein I did the yoke in, I only have this much left. So I might have been able to keep going with this for the ribbing, but I'm just going to use this and finish it up. And yeah, that's about all there is to say about it. It'll be done for Knit City Montreal. It has to be. I have to wear it. It needs to be blocked. So hopefully this weekend I'll get it finished. Because I think the sleeve is just like 1 or 2 rounds and then rip right into the ribbing. So they're not going to take very long. And I like that. Like I mean, maybe I should with my big arms have a longer sleeve, but I do like a shorter one. I find it's easier to wear, like if I was going to put a jacket or like a blazer or even a cardigan over it, it's easier to have a shorter sleeve than longer. But I'm very happy with it. It's going to be so cool because we all chose different colors and they're all beautiful, and it'll be fun. If you see us at Knit City Montreal, say hi. I know some of us have treats that we give people, so for sure say hi if you see me. And it is living in my 2 Sticks in You bag, who sadly has passed away, but I love this bag. It's the perfect size for a t-shirt, like a cotton t-shirt. I have quite a few of her bags and I really like them. So I've been working on that quite a bit. And then my out and about knitting has been a pair of socks. They're just going to be shorties for me. They're wool and cotton, so I haven't cut the heels in yet. The second one is, you know, ready to do the toe. And then I can put the heels in them and start wearing them. And these are on US 0 2mm needles, 2mm needles. Anyways, I think that's US 0, 9-inch circulars, and I'm losing stitches, but I can grab those back up. And I just do a cut-in, an afterthought heel, and my regular toe. And this yarn is Wool Addicts by Lang Footprints, it's called, and its composition is 45% cotton, 42% wool, and 13% polyamide. That's what the label looks like. And I think the color is 0005. That's my guess. I got it at Little Red Mitten. And I just picked up another. And actually, I'll probably get 2 pairs of shorties out of this. In the summer, I do like shorties if I'm wearing them with running shoes, or even like in my Birkenstocks in the spring and the fall. I sometimes wear long socks, but I also like to have a shorty that time of year. And these will have enough of a cup that I could wear them in my Blundstones if I needed to. Just a 64 stitch vanilla on-the-go knitting sock in my top silk canvas pouch. I can never remember what it's called. Peabody, maybe. Oh, the tag might be in the bag. Wouldn't that be crazy? Because no, the tag isn't in the bag, but if I get hungry, I have chopsticks. You never know when you might be hungry and need chopsticks. I love this size pouch for socks, and Sadie uses such great colored canvas. I will link her down below as well. My pin says, I want to be a nice person, but people are stupid. Not all people, you understand, just some. And my little sheep. So that was in there. Oh, here's another thing I finished. So those are really the only 2 things I've worked on since we talked last, except for the things I finished, the sock, or the fox and the love note. But I also made, when I was staying at my parents' cottage, because that's where I stayed, actually filmed the last episode there. I got myself a little chick. He's missing his paintbrush right now. It must be downstairs. And he was painting his Easter eggs. Here's his little palette. So he will be in my Easter Lego bag to come out for Easter every year. I love Lego, in case you didn't know. I have 2 sets downstairs I'm waiting to put together. I need to get this top done. Oh, must be someone in the yard. The dogs are barking. I'm sorry. Hopefully that stops soon. I don't even know how much you can hear them, but yeah. Oh, I've been spinning as well. So this is my current spin. And this is, I have 2 braids of this. So I'm spinning the first one end to end, and I haven't decided, I split it in 2, and I'm just going to go from one, like, end to end on it. There's not a, like, I think it doesn't really matter the way this is dyed. I can probably do this one the same way. This is from Firefly Haven Fibers. It is a one-of-a-kind green, and it is her Millicent fiber, 19.5 microns superwash merino, 100 grams. I just thought that was pretty. The green with the little blips, a few little blips of blue in it. And both braids were pretty similar. So I think I will probably just do both of them end to end and then ply them. It's very soft. It's nice to spin with. It's a teeny tiny bit felted, which made it hard to get started. But now that I'm going, it seems to be okay. I don't know if it was, I don't know why the ends were a little, I had to work at them to get the fibers separated. So, but it's working now. That's the main thing. And it's so relaxing. And I didn't say, but I have E-Wheel Nano from Dreaming Robots. And mine is, I don't know if mine's 2.0 or 2.1. I can never remember. It's a 2 anyway. It's an up, like the second version. And I love it. I've debated getting a bigger one, like going to the 6.0, but like everyone says, all they use their 6.0 for is plying. So that just means less ends. I can ply on this one. So do I need a bigger, more expensive machine to ply on? That probably doesn't make sense, right? Yeah. Especially because it wouldn't be the end of the world if I had a, what is the word I want? Like a real spinning wheel, because it's decorative and pretty, and I could ply on that, I guess. But I can ply on this. I don't need more things. It works great. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I've been working on, which is crazy. There were a few acquisitions. Craziness. First of all, I got, oh, I don't know if I have my pin with me. I got a really cute little pin from my friend Robin that says, I knit past bedtime or something like that. It was really cute. My friend Heidi gave me this, Gnomes of Grimblewood. There's a story behind it though, because she pre-ordered it like, I don't know how, like long before it was released. And it never came, and it never came, and it never came. And so she messaged them and said, like, it's never come. So they sent her another one. Well, then this one showed up. So she passed it on to me. So I have that. And then she gave me this beautiful bag. And I think she got this when we were at the Holly Jolly Christmas market in Fredericton. And inside she gifted me a pattern for the my Wabi Sabi socks, and a card. For my birthday. My birthday isn't yet. It's not till this month. But it meant she didn't have to ship it. And these really cute minis from Turtle Pearl. So I could make the Wabi Sabi socks. And oh, there's the knit past bedtime pin. And this cake hand cream. I don't know where she gets it, but I really like it. I have a couple of them now in my, like in knitting bags, in my purse, places like that. So yeah, these are going to make cute. Look at those minis. They're going to make really cute socks. I haven't got her birthday present ready yet. But I think I'm in New Brunswick again before her birthday. I'll see her in Montreal, but I'm in New Brunswick again before her birthday. So I can get it for her then. So at Fiddlehead, a small amount of retail therapy happened. I say small, but I'm not sure. So this is from my friend Sadie. This was on my, I'm buying this, like I want this. This is her interchangeable needle. I can't really show it very well. Needle organizer. And it has like, it has a hook for, I don't know what you want to hook on it, pair of scissors or whatever. It has 1, 2 zippered pouches and an open pouch there. And the flap folds down really nicely over all your tips so they don't fall out. And then it wraps up and everything can go with you. I think I am also going to get her fixed circulars and the DPN one. And then I have all three and they're similar. You know, I don't have to buy them all at once, but I got that from her this time. And I love these colors. I love that it's so staid on the outside and then it rocks on the inside. Lime green and turquoise are purple. are perfect. They're not purple. They're perfect. So I got that from Sadie at Top Sale Canvas. From Yarn Indulgence, so I had to get this. I picked up a sock set of the Booble socks. This went to $5 from every sock set went to cancer research, breast cancer research in New Brunswick. And this is the yarn that Nancy from Knits It Pappy designed her Booble socks in. So I will be knitting my Booble socks in this as well. That is, those ladies, the amount of money they raise for breast cancer research is unbelievable with that sock, with their April sock pattern and the yarn every year. Like it had to be over $4,000 this year between the 3 or 4 ladies who sort of worked together and put it out there. It's gorgeous. And this is on her, I think this is a new base, Stomp Sock. And it's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. So it's a little plumper. I'm excited to try that. I don't think I've knit with that one yet. I picked up one for me and one for a friend, that is, I'm gifting one, of the, my friend Robin, Close Knit Friends Yarn Shop, which will be linked down below. Ancient Arts did a show colorway, and it's Riverbend Balloon Festival is what it's called. And that balloon festival happens out over the St. John River near the shop later in the summer. So this was the special show colorway. It's just gorgeous. And this is the Socknado base, which is one of my favorites. And it is also an 80-20 base, which 350 meters. I'm not sure how many meters this one is. 386 for 100 grams. And this one's 350, so it's a little shorter, but similar base. I just love the colors. I think this screams Musselburgh, not socks, but I'm not sure. Stay tuned. Time will tell. Oh, and also from Yarn Indulgence, I got this combo. And I think it's called the Manna. I'm not positive. Deborah had a sample in her booth that was done with one skein of her Luxe Silky. So this is superfine merino, cashmere, and silk, and one skein of the Surrey Silk Fluff. This one is called Kimono, with all the colors in it. And this one, if you know, you know, is called Leanne. Our friend Leanne would choose this color every time. Like this screams her. And this is 65 baby Surrey alpaca and 35 silk. So stay tuned to see that. And I will double check what the pattern is called and maybe see if I can put a picture of it here and put the link on the Ravelry link to it down below. But it's just a little pullover shell like you could put over a dress or a t-shirt or a white blouse. Like if you were wearing black pants and a white blouse, this could be that little pop that you put over top of it. So I'm looking forward to that. At Briggs and Little, because I still haven't knit the yarn I bought from them last year, but Leah Little had made up these little fiber bundles, and I chose this one, so I'll be spinning that. I think there's 6 or 8 ounces total in here. I can't remember. I don't know if I don't think it says on the box either, but I just thought those are nice colors to blend together. Like, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but That's the first time I think they've had fiber at a show too. So that was kind of cool. And then our friend Amanda gave me this beautiful bag. Amanda from Sweet Skein of Mine. It is a gorgeous bag. It feels amazing. And it says Sweet Skein of Mine, hand-dyed yarn, Fredericton, New Brunswick. And from her I bought, what do I have here? Ready for Spring, which was the color she dyed for the show. It's pretty. Box of crayons. This is her new label. I like it. Box of crayons, which I just thought was pretty cool. This is an 80-20. This one is 80-20. And then this one is Spring Garden, and it is 80-10-10 merino cashmere. And look at that, isn't it gorgeous? Merino cashmere and nylon. Yeah, I just love these colors. So I bought those 3 skeins from her. And that was all of my Fiddlehead fiber purchases, which I needed nothing. Like I need nothing. I am going to have to knit and spin a lot. I need nothing at Knit City Montreal either. I'm going to see my friends. But then you see, the hard part is you see people there that you don't see anywhere else. So you get to touch and feel yarn that you don't normally get to touch and feel. Oh, I have one more purchase from there. For my mom for Mother's Day, which I won't see her before then. I won't see her till June. But I bought this gorgeous wrap for her, hand woven from, I'll link it down below. I want to say the Pioneer Weaver is what he's called. He uses McCausland's wool from Prince Edward Island. His prices, well, I thought it was too low. Like, I thought it was the amount of time he must have in it. But I just love that. And it's so soft. It's fringe. And I think for my mom's chair, like, because she sits and reads in the afternoon often. And I just thought this would be so nice on the back of her chair. The chair she uses is like a chocolate color. And this just on it to cozy up in is beautiful. So I have that to take to her. Can't wait. So I'm going to talk about this now because it was when I was in Fredericton. So it might as well be while I went to Value Village again. This one was $10 and I rescued another table runner. This is more of a, this one is the one that I showed last time with the tulips and the whatever they are, maybe daffodils, flowers. Anyway, it's more a wall hanging. This one is more table runner size, but it's these beautiful maple leaves on this side, and the back is all Halloween prints. So you could have it out in the fall and flip it over if you wanted a spooky side. I thought that was pretty nice. I feel bad. Someone spent a lot of time making this, probably gave it to someone who then just sent it to Value Village. And like the other one, I could make a bag out of it, I guess. Either one of them would make a nice, like a nice big tote bag. And they'd make, or I could keep it and use it as a runner. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But I had to rescue it. I thought it was beautiful. There's other ones. Like, sometimes I see them and I don't think they're worth rescuing. Maybe their color combos aren't my taste. They're somebody's taste. They're not my taste. So I leave those ones behind. But when I find one I like, I like to keep them. If you want to see the other one, I think it was 2 episodes ago I shared it. You can see it. I don't even know what episode number this is. 27, 28? I don't know. It'll be on the cover screen. You'll be able to see it. So then, what happened? Oh, I was at a friend's, and she was going through her stash, and she said, I don't know if I'm ever going to use this. And I said, wait, you don't think you're ever going to use this? I love this yarn, and it's discontinued. I'll buy it from you. I said, and I'll pay you what the sticker says. So I got 4 skeins of Sugar Bush Itty Bitty, which is their 65% merino, 25% nylon, 10% cashmere sock yarn. When I first started, I probably was knitting with this. I love Sugar Bush yarn. Like, if you've been with me for a while, you know that I really love their yarns. And I guess I may have been one of the few people, because they closed, they're discontinued. But I just really liked them. And I think I liked that they were designed in Canada and milled and dyed, I think, in Italy. But we don't have those facilities here in North America. And you couldn't, like, it has to be someplace that does work for others, like where you can get it done. But I just love this colorway. Is called Plum Perfect, is this one. And then I also got 2 skeins. Oh, I wonder if those are mixed up, because this looks like Plum Perfect. I think the tags might be switched. Oh, maybe not. Autumn Glory? What do you think? The tags might be switched, but it doesn't really matter. You can't get it anyway. That's the sad part. But if you see it in a D-stash, grab it. But this was I shopped my friend's stash to get this, and I love it. Thank you very much for sharing that with me, MJ. You know who you are. And then I was on Facebook Marketplace, or one of the D-stash sites on Facebook. I can't remember which. And someone had this Paton's Classic DK Superwash. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think there were 12 of the darker pink, which I don't know what the colorway is called. It's probably on here. Deep Blush. And this, I don't know if it's discontinued, Paton's Superwash DK, but I think so, because it's really hard to find. But this is really nice for kids' sweaters and accessories. And I have quite a few colors. Like, I have quite a bit of it in stash. I did not have these colors. And now that I'm made for a little girl, I could do a cute little cardigan or sweater for her. And this color is just called Pink. And there's 6 of it. And it's just a superwash merino. And she threw in these 2 and a bit skeins of this yarn, which is called Welsh Coast, which I thought might be cute for a little boy. She threw those in. And James Brett, It's Pure Cotton. Like, she was just getting rid of things. I don't know if it was a young woman, so I don't know if it was her stash she was getting rid of or someone else's. But I mean, they were, first of all, it was really close to me, so I didn't even have to make a special trip somewhere. Like, it was in the town I go to all the time. And second of all, the price was fabulous, and those are both yarns I will use. So keep an eye on that. It's always, you're helping another fiber collector out by taking things from them that they no longer need. And you're helping yourself out by getting a deal. Yeah. Lots of time. I keep an eye on those destashes all the time. And every once in a while I see something and then, you know, they're far away. And once you have to ship far, it sort of defeats the purpose. And the reality is I need nothing. But this was really close. It was a really good deal. And it fills a spot in my stash that I do pull from quite often. And it's nice to have extra balls of things if you're doing a color work, or I think I might do them Strange Brew sweaters for Christmas. So it'll be nice to have a few other colors, and that'll make a nice, those are perfect for a little girl. So that was in between. And then while we were at Fiddlehead Fiber Festival, having dinner, we all had our alarm sets because it was Leo and Roxy's birthday that weekend, and Cozy Posy, I think it was Cozy Posy Yarns, was doing her last update before she closed her studio because she's moving. So we're all sitting there at the table, eating our supper, having a few beverages, and ordering yarn. So by the time I got back from New Brunswick, I just have mine left at the Little Red Mitten because I can just pick it up. I don't need to have it shipped. My yarn was ready. So I had to go, when I cast on my Laya, my blue t-shirt, I could have taken them out of another project. But the tips I needed for my needles and the cord I probably needed for my needles is in my twist and turns shawl. And if I take those tips off of that shawl, like I haven't picked it up in a long time as it is, but I know for sure if the needles aren't there when I pick it up, I won't work on it. So I went to the Little Red Mitten because I needed more of the same size tips and another cord, as you do, because you know we always need, like, what was I thinking? It was crazy. Anyway, but my Leo and Roxy birthday sale yarn was ready, so I got this mini skein set. It's Gnome-tastic, one of their Gnome-tastic flock bundles. I just thought those were cute colors because I do like to knit gnomes, and now I have that book from Heidi, so I have lots of options. And I ordered 2 skeins of Leo and Roxy Slub Superwash Merino and Nylon, 90% Merino, 10% Nylon, 400 meters, in the colorway Black Tulip, which I really like. And I think I want to do like a slip over, kind of like a summery one, so a lightweight, whether you call it a vest or a slip over, or I think that's what I want to do with it. But I really like this Black Tulip color, and this will go nice into fall too, but because it's technically fingering weight, but the slub fills in differently, it's good for summer, but it'll also carry through. So I picked that up then, which made me very happy. And then on local yarn shop day, I picked up, because everything was on sale, and they had scratch cards, so I could have gotten a crazy discount or a gift certificate. I didn't. I got, it was sitting right here, but I must have put some, oh, I did get wool wash though. Some eucalyptus. I don't know what color, what smell, I don't know what smell this is. Eucalyptus. And I picked up this Estelle Linicot in these 2 colors to make James N. Watt's new t-shirt. I think it's called the Fire and Ice shirt. Jillian, who works at the Mitten, She tested it and she did hers in black and white. I didn't think I wanted black and white, but I do like this combo. It is this worsted weight? Like, this is pretty heavy. I think it's worsted weight. DK or worsted in navy, and the pink is raspberry. I might have guessed those. That's what they were called. I'll link the pattern down below. It's a modular pattern, so you knit, it's offset stripes, but it's not intarsia. It's knit across this way, and then each section is striped, and then the stripes are offset. It's just a little, yeah, it's nice. James and Watt Fire and Ice t-shirt. So I got that. Oh, and I got another ball of the Woolatics Cotton and Merino, little different colors. I really like the feel of this, and I think I'll make a nice summer sock. There's a lot of the cottons, they make okay socks, like, and I have some of them, and they're okay, but they just don't hold their shape as well. So I think this with more wool in it will be better. And they're fun colors. And we all need vanilla sock. We all need vanilla socks on our needles. I need to cast a pair on today because in 20 minutes I have to go pick someone up to take them to a doctor's appointment. And I'm going to need socks to work on while I'm there because I think it's a long afternoon. So I may just take this ball of yarn in an empty project bag and go for it. Yeah. So that's kind of what's been going on. Not a whole lot. Getting ready, finishing up my top for Knit City Montreal. Mother's Day is this weekend. I won't see my mom, but I'll give her a call. I have lots of gardening to work on. It's ridiculous around here. I'm getting nothing done. We're babysitting. Can you babysit a dog? Anyways, we have our son's dog because they're away. And I love him to bits, but he's not a country dog, so you can't just... The dogs who live here all the time, I can be outside and they'll stay pretty close to me. Like they're people-y, so they don't go too far away. Our son's dog his name is Malcolm. He's a Boston Terrier French Bulldog cross. And he has no concept of, like, he needs a fence or a rope or whatever. And I don't like putting him out on the tether because then he gets wrapped around things because we have a lot of trees and I'm always unhooking him. And what I really would like to have when he's here for extended periods of time is like a fenced pen that I can put him in because then I can be in the garden doing stuff. Although he's quite happy to stay in the house. I'm the one who feels guilty about leaving him in here. When they're at work all week, he's in the house all the time. Like, he doesn't get to go to the garden during the day anyway. And, but I feel guilty, or maybe he's an excuse for me to stay in and knit. I have no idea which way it works, but it's one or the other. It works one way or the other. Yeah, so he's here, which is great. We have a little furnace in the bed with us. He's just beyond silly, but that's good. And, yeah. I have a few other things I want to get going on. I want to, I think I'm going tomorrow to pick up the stuff for my planters, so they'll all be done, which will be nice. Yeah, those are just the life things that are going on. Not a whole lot. Pretty quiet around here. Lots to do, though. Like, more than enough to do. I just am not doing it, and that's okay. So I hope you all had, if you're still here, thanks for hanging out. I still haven't redrawn for the 1,000 subscriber person, and I really need to do that. Maybe I'll post it on my Instagram that the person needs to go check out. I need to figure out what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to redraw because it is a great prize and somebody deserves to have it. And because I have another prize I want to give away. And I don't want to have one hanging over the other. But I didn't do the draw yet. So I'll have to do that. Stay tuned. Next episode, I'll make sure I've done that before then. Somebody remind me, because you know I'm going to forget. Oh, life is crazy. Thanks for hanging out with me. Happy knitting. I hope you're having a wonderful weather wherever you are. Here it's just starting to be spring. I'll pop in some pictures. My girlfriends and I from university, 44 years we've known each other. We determined on the weekend, or not on the weekend, on Tuesday. I'll pop in a few pictures along with Fiddlehead and the flock together of the tulip fields at the end, so you can see we have beautiful bouquets. We just had a wonderful day, went out for a nice lunch, wandered around Niagara-on-the-Lake, which is a beautiful little town. We don't see each other as much as we'd like. We all live like it's an hour. I'm sort of the middle. It's an hour to the furthest one west, and then it's an hour to the next person, and then it's about an hour and a half probably, because you have to go through Toronto to the fourth one. So end to end, we're about 2.5 hours, I guess, maybe 2.5, 3 hours away from is the furthest. But we don't get together often enough. Our lives are busy, and we all thought that maybe when our kids get older, it would slow down, but then we have parents who we do stuff with, and we're at the age where health scares happen. And yeah, it's just, there's a lot going on. So, but it's just like we've never been apart when the four of us. We lived on the same floor in residence, is how we all know each other. And I'm the youngest. Not by much, just by a year. Like, I think between me and the person who's the oldest, there's 3 years, maybe 2 or 3 years. But we all, the oldest, so one of the older ones lived, they're not really older than me. One already lived in the residence we moved into. She was our floor dawn, or whatever they call it. And one of our other friends transferred in, and my roommate and I were in our first year, but we were all on the same floor. And yeah, we've just stayed close. Our kids know each other. We used to get together every New Year's Eve for a long time when the kids were younger. And 44 years. And those are the friends who you just walk into a room and it's like you've been together forever. So they're great friends. And we had a great day. I'll pop some pictures in for you. Take care, everyone. Happy knitting. If you're at Knit City, Montreal, be sure to say hi, because you know my face. I don't necessarily know all of your faces, but when I see people I watch, I say hi to them and introduce myself. Make sure you do. And even if we're just out and about somewhere and you see me, say hi. And if you're going to be on the East Coast in June, on June 15th in Shediac, I will link it down below. Atlantic Yarn and Fiber is putting on a show. Check it out. There will be lots. You'll meet some of my friends, and I might be there. Right now, it looks like I'm going to be there. Like, unless something crazy happens, I'll be there. So, yeah, take care. Have fun. Bye.